Who is Confucius? Confucius was a Chinese philosopher and politician who lived during the spring and autumn period of Chinese history, from 551 to 479 BC. He was born in the state of Lu, located in what is now Shandong Province, China, and he spent most of his life traveling and teaching throughout the different states of China. Confucius is best known for developing a philosophical and ethical system known as Confucianism, which emphasizes the importance of moral behavior, respect for authority, and the pursuit of personal and social perfection. Confucianism has had a profound impact on Chinese culture, influencing everything from ethics and politics to art and literature. Confucius believed that the key to personal and social success was education and self-improvement. He taught that individuals should constantly strive to improve themselves and that the ultimate goal of education was to become a wise and responsible person who could contribute to society. Confucius also emphasized the importance of strong family relationships and filial piety or respect for one's parents and elders. In addition to his philosophical teachings, Confucius also served as a politician and government official in the state of Lu. He believed that good governance was essential for a stable and prosperous society and advocated for the use of moral principles in political decision-making. After his death, Confucius' ideas and teachings were compiled into a collection of texts known as the Analects, which became the basis for Confucianism. Confucianism has had a lasting impact on Chinese culture and society, and its influence can still be seen today in everything from education and family relationships to business and politics. And now we will show you his most famous sayings. If you are the smartest person in the room, then you are in the wrong room. Act with kindness but do not expect gratitude. Our greatest glory is not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall. Better a diamond with a flaw than a pebble without. The man who moves a mountain begins by carrying away small stones. To see the right and not to do it is cowardice. Virtuous people often revenge themselves for the constraints to which they submit by the boredom which they inspire. He who acts with a constant view to his own advantage will be much murmured against. The superior man is distressed by the limitations of his ability, he is not distressed by the fact that men do not recognize the ability that he has. To be wronged is nothing unless you continue to remember it. Worry not that no one knows you, seek to be worth knowing. I slept and dreamt life is beauty, I woke and found life is duty. Think of tomorrow, the past can't be mended. Respect yourself and others will respect you. A gentleman would be ashamed should his deeds not match his words. When it is obvious that the goals cannot be reached, don't adjust the goals, adjust the action steps. By nature, men are nearly alike, by practice, they get to be wide apart. The essence of knowledge is, having it, to use it. 19. Fine words and an insinuating appearance are seldom associated with true virtue. To be wealthy and honored in an unjust society is a disgrace. Ignorance is the night of the mind, but a night without moon and star. Study the past if you would define the future. Never contract friendship with a man that is not better than thyself. Learning without thought is labor lost, thought without learning is perilous. He who knows all the answers has not been asked all the questions. Those who cannot forgive others break the bridge over which they themselves must pass. Those who know the truth are not equal to those who love it. The superior man thinks always of virtue, the common man thinks of comfort. Learn as if you were not reaching your goal and as though you were scared of missing it. We have two lives, and the second begins when we realize we only have one. Do not impose on others what you yourself do not desire. Only the wisest and stupidest of men never change. The superior man acts before he speaks, and afterward speaks according to his action. The man who says he can and the man who says he cannot, are both correct. Your life is what your thoughts make it. Real knowledge is to know the extent of one's ignorance. The man who asks a question is a fool for a minute, the man who does not ask is a fool for life. When you see a good person, think of becoming like her/him. When you see someone not so good, reflect on your own weak points. All people are the same, only their habits differ. Learn avidly. Question it repeatedly. Analyze it carefully. Then put what you have learned into practice intelligently. Success depends upon previous preparation, and without such preparation, there is sure to be a failure. The superior man does not, even for the space of a single meal, act contrary to virtue. In moments of haste, he cleaves to it. In seasons of danger, he cleaves to it. The will to win, the desire to succeed, the urge to reach your full potential, these are the keys that will unlock the door to personal excellence. Go before the people with your example, and be laborious in their affairs. The journey with 1,000 miles begins with one step. An oppressive government is more to be feared than a tiger. Choose a job you love, and you will never have to work a day in your life. You are what you think. Looking at small advantages prevents great affairs from being accomplished. The superior man makes the difficulty to overcome his first interest, success only comes later. If you make a mistake and do not correct it, this is called a mistake. Education breeds confidence. Confidence breeds hope. Hope breeds peace. To go beyond is as wrong as to fall short. When we see persons of worth, we should think of equaling them. When we see persons of a contrary character, we should turn inwards and examine ourselves. A superior man is modest in his speech, but exceeds in his actions. They must often change who would remain constant in happiness and wisdom. Be strict with yourself but least reproachful of others, and complaint is kept afar. When anger rises, think of the consequences. If you think in terms of a year, plant a seed; if in terms of 10 years, plant trees; and if in terms of 100 years, teach the people. If you look into your own heart, and you find nothing wrong there, what is there to worry about? What is there to fear? It does not matter how slowly you go as long as you do not stop. Virtue is not left to stand alone. He who practices it will have neighbors. To see what is right and not to do it is want of courage, or of principle. The object of the superior man is truth. When you have faults, do not fear to abandon them. If we don't know life, how can we know death? The expectations of life depend upon diligence. The mechanic that would perfect his work must first sharpen his tools. To know what you know and what you do not know, that is true knowledge. I want you to be everything that's you, deep at the center of your being. Roads were made for journeys, not destinations. No matter how busy you may think you are, you must find time for reading, or surrender yourself to self-chosen ignorance. Wheresoever you go, go with all your heart. He who speaks without modesty will find it difficult to make his words good. There are 3 methods to gaining wisdom. The first is a reflection, which is the highest. The second is a limitation, which is the easiest. The third is experience, which is the bitterest. What you do not want to do to yourself, do not do to others. Death and life have their determined appointments, riches and honors depend upon heaven. Everything has beauty, but not everyone sees it. The more man meditates upon good thoughts, the better will be his world and the world at large. Without feelings of respect, what is there to distinguish men from beasts? You cannot open a book without learning something. When a person should be spoken with, and you don't speak with them, you lose them. When a person shouldn't be spoken with and you speak to them, you waste your breath. The wise do not lose people, nor do they waste their breath. Before you embark on a journey of revenge, dig 2 graves. To see and listen to the wicked is already the beginning of wickedness. Wherever you go, go with all your heart. Give a bowl of rice to a man and you will feed him for a day. Teach him how to grow his own rice and you will save his life. 1 joy dispels 100 cares. Study the past, if you would divine the future. It is more shameful to distrust our friends than to be deceived by them. Don't complain about the snow on your neighbor's roof when your own doorstep is unclean. A lion chased me up a tree, and I greatly enjoyed the view from the top. Be not ashamed of mistakes and thus make them crimes. Life is really simple, but we insist on making it complicated. Silence is a true friend who never betrays. A person who chases 2 rabbits catches neither. Wisdom, compassion, and courage are the 3 universally recognized moral qualities of men. Forget injuries, never forget kindnesses. Hold faithfulness and sincerity as first principles. When we see men of a contrary character, we should turn inwards and examine ourselves. We should feel sorrow, but not sink under its oppression. Good people strengthen themselves ceaselessly. Thank you for watching this video about the philosopher Confucius. We hope you found it informative and insightful. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to our channel for more content like this. We appreciate your support and feedback, so please feel free to leave a comment below with your thoughts or suggestions for future videos. Don't forget to hit the notification bell to be alerted when we post new content. Thank you again for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.